Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Reddit is full of draft people, and this is Brown Sock Tuesday.
What's up?
Today with Lauren.
And Corey.
And Daniel.
I'll say my own name this time, motherfuckers.
Nice. So what happened this week?
Actually, something that happened today, that's in the news today, is a furry convention was gassed with chlorine gas, basically, and they're thinking that it was something that was intentional.
It's fucked up.
Which one?
The
No.
intentional
Just kidding.
part.
Yeah, the intentional part is like, they're thinking it's intentional, it's not
Who
proven yet.
uses like chlorine gas anymore? That's like World War I stuff.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but 19 people are in the hospital, and that kind of sucks. But
it's messed up. In the hospital beds in their furry suits. The doctors are like, I can't deal with this.
I was looking at a picture of one of the like furry cosplayers, if that's what they're called, right?
Furries.
Well,
Just
I mean, like,
furries,
but they're in
man.
suits. So
Yeah, so they're furries.
Well, I mean, you can be a furry without a suit, right?
I guess, yeah.
So like, but anyway, it was like a fox with its tongue halfway out. So I imagine that costume sitting in a hospital bed with like a breathing tube.
Yeah, like X's over his eyes.
Like if it wasn't a life-threatening thing at all, like for any of the people, I think that would be funny for like nurses when they're coming into sleep
Yeah.
and just X's on the wolf eyes or something.
Man.
I think I just have a twisted sense of humor.
What games are out now that weren't out last week? There's like nothing, pretty much. I didn't know that Corey had Far Cry 4 and has beat it.
Yeah. That was fun.
I can't wait till I get that. That's like the only thing I looked forward to all year, and I'm gonna have to wait until like 2 days before the year's over to play it.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
I guess now that I've played Unity, I really like enjoy it, and that's all I want to play recently.
Yeah, it's Assassin's
yeah.
Creed Unity. It's pretty fun, and it's been a little too long since I played it. I miss it a lot.
Mm-hmm. We got to play it on Pelican's Xbox One. I played for like an hour and a half, and I went home, and I didn't even bother plugging in my Xbox because I was like, I don't want to play anything besides Unity.
Yeah, that night, since I knew I wasn't going to be able to play it for a while, I played through like 3 or 4 missions. Like, probably for 3 hours or so. It was just Unity.
Mm-hmm. That's a good game.
I like it a lot.
It's better than I expected.
I saw a lot of people like online bitching about like, oh my god, it's so broken. How could anybody play this? God, Assassin's Creed's so dumb or whatever. Things like that. It's like, this game really wasn't broken, or wasn't nearly as broken as the Battlefield 4 release. There were some things in the beginning that were patched pretty early on,
Yeah.
but as of right now, there's really nothing unplayable.
Yeah, right now,
About that
most
game.
of the people complaining about the fact that it's broken
They're
haven't
just
played
bitches.
it.
They're just bitches.
They just haven't played it.
That too.
And they saw like a glitch on some guy's video, and they're like, that's fucked up.
Broken.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the law of averages, like if you picture maybe 1 in 200 people have like a glitch that's like breaks their game for a minute, and maybe 1 out of those 200 is capturing at that time, and they're gonna put like all caps, AC Unity is the biggest glitchy fucking game ever, and if that takes off and there's more than like maybe like 1 million people who see that one video, it's gonna be like, oh my god, AC Unity is so bad, but in all honesty, it's not really even that prominent.
They haven't even played it. So, it's getting really dark really early now, and really cold all the time now. So, yeah. For me, it's the season of 4 layers.
Holy shit, you are wearing 4 layers.
Yeah. It's freaking cold.
Like, I walked outside today about probably like 2:30 or 3,
Uh-huh.
and like I made a joke to my dad, and I was like, I can tell, like, it's so cold right now that I can tell the temperature with my nipples.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me like, oh. And I was like, well, he's like, how cold is it? And I was like, it's about 3. And he's like, 3 nipples? And I was like, Yes, I grew another nipple because
It's about 3 nipples out right now. God damn. That's cold.
Cold.
Uh,
I think I'm better.
So-
I went out this morning at 9 with just a sweatshirt and shorts on. Because my mom's like, I'm not going to start the
Which-
fire.
That's
till
the
you-
weirdest fucking clothing thing, by the
Dude,
way.
the ashes. I didn't want to switch out of my pajamas, and I wear shorts to bed. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just throw a sweatshirt on and go outside.
Do you guys sleep naked?
No.
no.
Me neither.
Yeah, you do.
I totally do. It's comfortable.
That's so weird. What if you like...
What if I what?
What if you like...
Sleepwalk?
What if you have like a shit dream and
What?
you like poop the bed?
Is that
You won't have the pants barrier.
Does that happen to you?
That happens to people.
That's never happened to me, and I haven't wet the bed in
Expect
over,
it.
like... I probably haven't wet the bed in over
Couple years.
10 years, and
Oh.
being that I'm 17.
Man. I pissed the bed once when I was like, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe?
And you're just like, oh my god, there's something wrong with
It
me.
was, no, the problem was, in the dream, I was peeing. So, I was like, I don't know why, that was an important part of my dream, but I had to go to the bathroom really bad, all dream, and then at the end of the dream, I find a public restroom, and I'm like, oh, urinal. So then I start to wake up, and I'm like, oh, what the
So, like with that concept, you
Now
know
I
how
don't
you have
pee in dreams
like
anymore.
sleep paralysis, where like some people, like when they wake up, they can't move because their mind still blocks that part of the brain that says, I can move,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Going to the virtual gaming thing, like in the future when hopefully it's going to be like that, to where machines can manually shut that off, and then we can just like use our full bodies or whatever in games. What will happen if like you take a piss in a game? Will that still not be blocked? Just like
I don't know.
like I can see like the biggest nerds and whatever like in those little pools or something, and just like I'm gonna play it for 16 hours.
Oh, God. I could go with like the tube and the bottle method or something.
Yeah, but like that would warrant the catheters. Like, would you put in a catheter?
You don't need a catheter to tube your dick hole.
Well, I guess you probably don't, but I mean, it's all hypothetical anyway. I wouldn't know.
Man, those Snapple bottles have like huge mouths.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So much size.
Irrelevant. That had nothing to do with any personal story of mine. But,
Yeah, it does. It totally does.
man.
So if you haven't heard this story before, Lauren stole one of our other friends, Warren's, Snapple bottle and pissed in it on a bus.
I had to go on a bus, and they
And-
weren't stopping.
The last trip we did to Lynn Benton, you had to do it again, except for you didn't actually do it on the bus because the only bottles that were around were the Brisk tea bottles that are about the same size as
It was a
Arizona
can.
ones. It was a can, so if
And-
you were
and the
pissed, it
bus
would've
was
just went
full. And if there was any bumps in the road, I would have cut my dick because it's a can, not a bottle.
Justifying
And-
it.
Secondly,
There was Susanna and Phoebe
including the fact
next
that
to
the
us.
bus was
right next to
full,
us.
if I did start to pee, it's still a can, so it would have went like, and it would have made like noise the whole time. So, Daniel was a cat.
That's why we need video podcasts.
I don't think we do for that.
I was choking and
His
just
face.
In the middle of his coughing, he just sticks his tongue out and closes his eyes for no reason. So yeah, I used to be an avid sleepwalker, because I remember being woke up one time when I was like, I don't know, 8-ish. In my mind, I was peeing in the toilet, but I wasn't peeing in the toilet.
You were peeing in a trash can?
I was peeing in a trash can.
similar
And
story happened to me.
My grandma walks downstairs, and I'm like half awake, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Going to the bathroom." Clearly. And I was like, oh, wait. Something's not right here. So, yeah. You guys both had a story or something? No.
What happened to me was, back when I was like 8 or 9, I got up to go to the bathroom, like in my dream, but I actually got up and like I walked into the kitchen. This happened 2 times, by the way. Walked into the kitchen just right on the floor.
What? That's not even like a toilet.
No,
I was actually hitting the
I
trash
was
can.
completely asleep.
That's weird.
And then the other time I was pissing in the cat box. Like those little litter boxes for cats.
It's like the perfect crime. No one will know. Oh my god.
It was so dumb, but
I also remember one time waking up at the top of the stairs, walking up them, and I was on my last step, about to step on the last stair, and I was leaning back, and I like almost fell down the stairs, but I caught myself on the walls, and I was like, what am I doing? Standing at the top of the stairs. So I talked to my grandma about it the next day, and she was like, yeah, you fell asleep on the stairs last night watching TV. We told you to go to bed. You got up. You went into the kitchen. You opened the fridge. You left it open. You just walked back onto the stairs, went back and laid down. Like, I climbed up X amount of stairs to where I was laying prior to that and laid back down in that spot. Then, an hour later, I got up again, still sleepwalking, went to the bathroom, and the door was closed, but I just bumped into it a few times. And it wouldn't open. I tried to like spin it and it just didn't work. So I went back to the stairs and started walking up to go to my actual bed, and that's when I woke up, was when I was on the last stair about to fall over. So yeah. And I'm sure there's other stories that aren't as awesome that I don't remember, but that's my sleepwalking experience.
Speaking of walking into doors, we got our entrance to our library was removed for middle school.
yeah, which
These
sucks. Fucking
And the door
bullshit.
that now leads into the library, you have to actually like twist the knob all the way and then push. Well, I'm the type of person who normally twists while he pushes or pulls, and so every time I go to walk out of the door, I walk straight into it.
I can.
And I just hope nobody watches.
I can relate to that because I do that too. I'm like twist and in with my shoulder is how I usually
Do
do
you guys
it.
ever like expect a door to be light and then you just look fucking weak when you're trying to open a door?
I think so.
I've done that recently with a door that I had never used in the school. And I was like talking with somebody or whatever, and I was like, yeah. I fucking just ripped it open.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to make up for it. Like, I had to overcompensate
That
because of that.
actually happened to me a couple days ago when I took the SAT, because the door was really heavy and I didn't expect it, but at the same time I was texting for my ride to come get me.
Uh-huh.
So I pushed on it and I didn't even notice that it was resisting because I was busy looking at my text. And I was there for like 20 seconds pushing this door like really slowly and not getting much progress. And I looked up and I was like, oh. And like 2 chicks were just waiting behind me. Like, so I went through the door and like held it open.
I'm sorry.
It was really funny. Yeah, I didn't notice though. That I was just like, eh.
That's on.
Heavy doors suck.
Yep.
So that's how that conversation ends.
Heavy doors suck. Yeah.
So you're eating French fries. I noticed when you brought them down here and you started eating them.
Oh
And
yeah.
then Corey brought up potatoes.
Uh-huh.
and
Go on.
I was
I'm
thinking
so
about
interested in
potatoes. And
I'm so interested, bro.
I thought
So
about
interested.
it and I was like, I don't like potatoes.
What?
I just don't like potatoes.
Really?
Yeah. To me, like, I had a bunch of mashed potatoes growing up, which I didn't have a problem with it. It was just so consistent. And, like, sure, there's a bunch of different kinds of potatoes.
Mhm.
There's, like, French fries, curly fries, waffle fries,
Sweet potatoes.
sweet potato fries.
I can't handle sweet potatoes.
But, sweet potatoes are different. I like yams. but
Aren't yams sweet potatoes?
no,
No? Okay.
almost. But I really don't like potatoes because I realized, hash browns and all that stuff, it's more of a filler than anything.
Yeah.
No one eats potatoes because they're like, oh, it's my favorite thing, baked potatoes, whatever. Doesn't matter what kind of potato it is. It's more like a side thing that takes up a bunch of room in your stomach.
Yeah, basically.
That's all a potato is. And
But have you tasted how I make mashed potatoes? They're good.
Nice argument, Daniel.
So were my mom's mashed potatoes. Also good. Had them a lot though, and
Yeah, I can understand. Like those muffins that you had this morning.
yeah,
I can't eat those. They make me sick now.
yeah, the potato muffins.
No, the pumpkin spice muffins. You know what the fuck I was talking about?
No, but yeah. So if I'm gonna have like a filler thing, it's probably just gonna be rice, because that's the only I don't know.
I don't know. Rice with soy sauce though is like fucking top.
Or you could
Especially
eat rice
German soy
plain.
sauce.
And you can eat rice plain. Yeah,
By itself.
You
you
can
can
eat
eat rice in
mashed
almost
potatoes
anything.
plain. My mashed potatoes
I
because
like
it tastes fucking awesome.
I like rice in my burritos. And
I like rice in almost everything.
Yeah, rice is pretty great.
Like
Potatoes though. not
we're
so
gonna be
much.
eating a lot of rice when we move to Albany for fucking school. Just because one, it's cheap, and two, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it,
Mhm.
and it's a good filler for at least our carbohydrates and stuff.
Yeah, and it's
Get
not potatoes. So Jacob is like, we're gonna have so many potatoes in our house, and I'm like,
That's like
go
saying,
ahead.
It's like saying I like my car because it gets me places and it's cheaper to drive, and it's also not Corey. It's not Corey.
That was.
Well, I'm sure he'd appreciate it if I had a car instead of him. So it's a mutual thing.
Well, maybe potatoes don't want you.
Well, I hope so. So yeah, no potatoes for me.
No worries. Cool. I'm glad you don't
I
mind.
mean, every once in a while, it's like you what?
It's just this potato talk.
Potato talk. Brown
know,
sock, potato talk.
I'll bring up
Tuesday.
the word potato in a.
It's like
Conversation
passive aggressive
randomly.
towards potatoes, which is why it's funny. You're like, potatoes are just kind of like they're just like the
They're a
bitches of the
bleh.
vegetable world.
They're like a bleh, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
They never put the toilet seat down. They're just
I'm never happy when I see a potato. That's the thing. Like.
and then you don't talk to her back when she asks you to dance.
No. Is there any food that you guys just like ate too much and then you're like, no, I don't want it anymore?
Those
Those
Those bananas.
bananas.
No, the muffins that I was talking about just
Oh
a few
yeah,
seconds ago.
pumpkin spice muffins.
I also got sick. It wasn't due to the sweet potatoes or the yams or whatever the fuck they were. But I got sick after, and since that was like my first time ever eating yams or potatoes or whatever, or those type of potatoes, that my mind associated that with it, which has a title. I learned it in psychology. I just don't remember it. And I can never have it. I can't even smell it anymore without like gagging almost. Like,
Do you know ketchup is illegal in France?
why?
Because it's too American.
America.
Did you know the word democracy is banned in China?
I don't doubt it. But
Did you know Kendall doesn't know what democracy is?
what?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna
Cool.
at this point just
Way to throw
write
someone
in.
under the bus who's not here.
I'm sorry, she's one of the few people that listens to this, but I will throw her under the fucking bus for that. She's a senior in high
She
school.
listens. Hi, Kendall.
Hi Kendall, learn what the fucking democracy is. But it's fine, there's a definition on the screen. Hopefully.
There won't be.
Daniel will forget.
You don't even watch the podcast, so you don't even know. I could put all
I don't even know.
pictures.
Yeah, but I would.
Talking about French fry. Yeah.
Foods.
No.
What are the
Ketchup.
foods that you hate? Ketchup. What's wrong with ketchup in
Ketchup
France?
is illegal in France because it ruins the taste and like cultural flavors of French
France.
foods with its Americanness of salty whatever, and the only thing that it is legal to put ketchup on in France is French fries.
I feel like you're just pulling that
No,
out of the
I
air.
swear.
It's like,
Look it up. Do it.
I'm looking it up right now.
so, the food that I can't eat anymore, or I can eat it rarely, is spaghetti. I just hate
Really?
spaghetti.
You've
This-
never tried Daniel's spaghetti.
Yeah, totally. I'm not.
Shit,
at
you're
all.
right. Actually, that's not actually fucking right.
I was making fun of you, and you're like, yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay. Oh my
Oh,
god.
ban ketchup in schools. Mayonnaise is still on the menu. That's what this article starts out with.
Okay, mayonnaise is like a totally different thing in Europe
Yeah, no,
than
I-
it is here for some reason. Mayonnaise is like a dip
Yeah, I know. It's
or like a
like,
sauce.
they put it on their salads.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. I'm
And-
not really much of a big fan of mayonnaise anyway, but like, I mean, some things it's okay on.
I want to know what it tastes like the European version, because I was watching the Dude Sins, and Yarpy, the dude who's like missing his thumb, was like eating these like cheese sticks, I think it was, and he was just dipping them in like this mayonnaise sauce, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And he just calls it mayonnaise because that's what it is there. So I was like, that's really weird. It's like a goopy liquid, and ours is like a fluffy like paste.
Yeah, it's just it's like a pudding.
Not
like,
Don't compare it to pudding. I love pudding.
Don't you ruin this for me, damn it.
No ruin.
Have you ever had that like the Yoplait like light and fluffy yogurt?
no,
No.
I've had Greek yogurt
Yeah,
before,
it's
and
the
that
stuff.
stuff's good.
It's like air when you like scoop into it. And
Really?
It's like, and it looks like fluff, and it's really
it looks
good.
like
It's
fluff.
so good.
It does look kind of weird.
It does look weird.
I would like to try it now.
When
that
it
you're
says
saying
yogurt on the front, I don't expect it to be like almost solid. It's kind of gelatinous instead of like goopy.
that. Like, have you guys had Greek yogurt? Like,
Yeah.
good Greek yogurt? Stuff's fucking awesome for one, but I don't know why.
Fire.
Like, a new carton of that Greek yogurt, the first like spoon dip into it is like the most satisfying thing to me. I don't know why.
Are you talking about frozen Greek yogurt?
No, like normal Greek
Okay.
yogurt. You just, and it's
Yeah.
just like, I don't know. It's satisfying to destroy something that's so flat and perfect.
Yeah, I feel the same way about like when you get ice cream and you're just like, oh, with the first scoop. You're like, yes.
Yeah, I don't. There's something about that, like gently dragging it across the top and just watching that curl of like white or green in the case of the other ice cream stuff that we had. It's pretty cool. I don't know why I like it, but it's like, yeah.
Man.
Talked a lot about creams and sauces. Food.
Do they make like tea flavored ice cream? I think they make green tea
I
ice
fucking
cream.
hope so. Yeah,
Somewhere
I've
they
seen
probably
green
do.
tea
I
flavored
think
ice
I've
cream.
seen they make green tea flavored like everything if it's from a different country.
They have green tea Kit Kats
in Japan.
Unison.
See, we know. Is that green tea ice cream?
Yep.
See? There it is.
I'm just gonna type in Japanese ice cream.
I would eat that. That one looks like they tried to make it look like a fruit because it's got like
This one?
no top
That
right,
one?
top right.
Yeah, it does. There's like
It's a green tea apple pear.
I like how when you said top right, he goes to the left.
top right.
This
Black
one-
tea. Ooh. That looks like cookies and cream.
A lot of times when you see,
Oh.
is that really black tea ice cream?
That sounds
I would
awesome.
eat the shit out of that.
I love black
Um,
tea, so.
Usually when you get like a green tea, if it's in a can, it also has some black tea in it. It's just mostly green tea. I realized, but whatever. I like them both. There's like a whole plethora of tea flavored ice cream. At least I think that's what it is. What is that?
Toothpaste and orange juice.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's
you are
actually.
joking.
I'm assuming it's just a like a fake thing.
Ugh, it says Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, I know, but it could be.
Toothpaste and orange juice, two of
They
my
made
least
some pretty
favorite
weird
flavors.
flavored ice cream.
Those are two of my least favorite flavors. So bad. If they had mustard ice cream, I'd punch someone. Could you imagine? I hate mustard. Ugh. What else you got?
How do you spell mustard?
I don't want to know. I don't even want to look at it. Throw up. Ugh.
There's actually mustard ice cream.
So,
And it's over.
God.
Ugh.
I'm not looking. Let's move on.
What? That just looks like cat litter.
So, I'm the guy who always brings up Civ 5 on the podcast.
So then you're gonna do it again?
Yeah, well, kind of.
Well, he already did, technically.
Yeah, I guess. So, every time on the podcast, I bring up, like, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Civ 5 lately.
That's because that's all you fucking do.
But now,
You're just doing the creator.
now, I haven't played Civ 5 since I downloaded the map maker for Civ 5. And I've just been building worlds and, like, different scenarios to start out with. And
you haven't started out with any of them just because you've been building more and more maps.
And also, I don't know how to plant, like, cities because some of the mechanics are broken. So it's like I can't really do anything with them once I get them set up. But I can load the map up and hope that someone spawns in the right place. If you only have a limited amount of water, then it's pretty assured where people are going to spawn. Because the game has to spawn you next to water.
Has to.
Yes.
It has to.
It's generally a river or the ocean, but every once in a while there'll be like a one-spot lake. And to basically cheat the system, if you don't want any water on your map, you just plop one down where you want someone to spawn, just one tile of water, and they'll spawn adjacent to it. So I guess that's how I figured out how to do spawning. If anyone ever like uses this, let me know because it's fucked up and I don't know. So, thank you.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. Our live stream is still going on.
Yes, Extra Life charities we're going to be doing stuff for on December 27th at 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. is what I think we're planning, right?
That'd be a good time because like
it's not too early to where we're tired starting it.
It'll be like semi just after we woke up.
Yeah. Which
gives us as much energy as we have to carry on for 24 hours, which I think is awesome. Because I think the one we did last year or 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago or was it last year? I think it was last year.
I think it was last year.
The one we did then, kind of
fizzled out because we got kicked out of said person's house.
Well, also, like, we got really tired in the middle.
And we were basically told, hey, well, there's only like 5 people watching. Let's just stop it.
We started at 8 p.m. After a school day. Do you remember that?
Did we actually?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's why it was such bullshit, is we were...
Yes. So, wasn't the best time selection, but...
No.
Yeah. We had a shit ton of food.
Yeah, we did.
There was like... What did we have? We had rice, pulled pork, and...
Yeah, we just had like a bunch of leftovers from something. Like, and was it just you who had a party or something?
No, my mom just made it all for the thing. So I was like, we need food. She was like, what food? And I was like, I don't know, just get this and this. And she made like a shit ton of it.
That would actually be pretty cool. So, probably on the 26th, I'm going to have you guys over.
Come set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Confetti all over the place.
The Friday night, I'm going to have you guys come over and help me set up everything.
Where's a webcam going to be?
Fucked if I know. I honestly don't have a webcam either.
Shove it up in that corner where those cords are.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We'd have like everyone on screen.
Throwing confetti.
That would be pretty cool.
I just tried to burp in the mic. Didn't work. That was so sad. That was the weakest thing.
I don't burp loud. Too much cock, you know. But last night, was it last night?
You mean in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, went over to Lauren's house and I don't drink soda often, and I drank a root beer.
It's the worst for burping.
And I burped really loud and I scared myself.
Yeah, he burped and it was like,
I like twitched. I was like,
What's wrong with you? Yeah.
I don't know what was up with that either.
I know no one probably wants me to, but I feel like I have this expectation to live up to, which is burping on the podcast at least once. Because I did the first time, and every time after that, it just kind of happened until about podcast 10, and then I was like, this has happened like every podcast. I should probably keep this up. I'm also really happy that we haven't had a podcast that I wasn't on yet, because
we haven't had a podcast that I wasn't on yet.
I glitched the system.
I don't think.
Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Woo, the Dan and Lauren show.
Yeah.
And now
featuring Corey.
Featuring Corey.
Yeah.
Internet celebrity and chef extraordinaire.
And sex extraordinaire, because we're all sexy.
Sex extraordinaire.
Next time we'll be making poutine.
Sweet.
Sexy
As long
poutine.
as there's no potatoes.
Oh, well then. Never
I
mind.
thought that's
It's like the main ingredient.
Yeah. Substitute with bacon.
Americanize it.
That's just
but
bacon
not
and
crispy
gravy.
bacon. Crispy bacon sucks.
Man, I learned up at camp that like the bacon ratio has to be 50-50 for good bacon.
What do you mean?
50 fat, 50 meat makes like a good bacon slice.
Okay.
Yeah. Man. I'm
But
so
they're
glad that we don't have to. I mean, summer camp was fun and stuff, but being from our troop, we were recognized as the polar bear swimming troop.
Yeah, I fucking hated that.
Like, all of our troop had to do the polar bear swim in the morning, and yeah, that was no good.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucked. The other thing that sucked is you didn't knock down that fucking tree.
I'll get to it.
Maybe.
I'll probably go there to work like this summer, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't see why not. I'm 18. I get paid like a normal person.
All $30 of it?
No, they get like 180.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, then never mind.
Which, yeah. 3 days,
Wait,
fucking 3 days.
Where do the kids get? Or like people who are 17 and under?
Because they're not 18.
Child labor, okay.
Basically. Think
Me
about
every
like
school day.
an internship with like a tip. That's what being under 18
We got
is.
paid an average of 7 cents an hour. I mean, I made 10 cents
approximately.
an hour. But Lauren and everybody else.
there the first week.
Yeah, everybody was there the first week.
The
He got
hard
paid,
week.
like 7 cents an hour.
You
if
still got paid less than me though.
by like
Like
$3.
$2. Yeah.
But I still got like, that's why I'd average it out to 10.
For those of you who don't know, the polar bear swim is when you wake up at like 5 in the morning and you go out
It's
on
like
the freezing ass
5:30.
dock and you just stand there in the cold wind for like 5 minutes and
while
talk
this-
about
while
what
this-
polar bears do while you wake up the rest of the camp by shouting. And then you do like a cannonball into the water, which is actually the nicest part about the polar bear swim because it's really warm.
The water's probably like
air
15 to 30 degrees warmer than the air is.
Oh yeah, the
So
air's
like your
freezing
nipples are
dicks.
hard as shit.
So when
And
you
then-
jump in the water, you don't want to get out, and which leads to the worst part of the polar bear swim:
Getting out.
because you have to immerse from this awesome warmth and heat that you've surrounded yourself with for the past 10 minutes, and re-embark into the freezing ass. So I'm a writer, by the way. I'm a writer for this company. That's what you get.
We're all writers except for Corey because Corey's a fuck. No, just kidding. Do you have a
You don't
webcam,
even
Corey?
work for us yet.
No, I don't. No, I don't think I do.
Does Pelican have a webcam? I'm gonna have to fucking buy a webcam. God damn it.
How much is the webcam?
Fucked if I know. How much is a
Hey.
webcam?
Hey,
Bean?
audience.
Fuck
How much is a
Jafinos.
webcam?
Webcam.
Webcam.
So,
Fucking hell. Summer camp's on my brain.
God damn. Toy.
So,
Shopping.
I was trying to buy something today,
Uh-huh.
and I entered in my password like 4 times. It kept telling me wrong password.
yeah.
And then in the corner it said caps lock is on.
That's stupid.
There's so stupid
worst
thing
part
that said, "You're a
is-
dumbass as well."
$25.
Yeah. Oh, not bad. The worst part,
25 to 50.
we can get a GoPro. The worst part would be, like, if it's a really long password and it's on like an Xbox keyboard, and you don't have a chat pad, so you have to go through the whole like
Yeah, that would
manually
that fucking
typing,
suck.
and then like your password is 16 characters long. It's
My
like,
password
by the way,
is,
caps lock is on.
21
Fuck.
characters on like all of my things.
You have
so.
a 21 character password.
I think I
Yep.
won. Mine used to be 48.
How the fuck did you remember that? Like, if you mess up once in that,
It was probably
Entire thing,
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious
that's
twice.
36.
I hit
Oh.
every single key in a row twice.
Not bad.
QWERTY.
QWERTY OYOP as I used to remember
Champion.
how to say the rest of it, but QWERTY OYOP is the first row.
My dad asked me, like, because he had my computer over the summer and he was fixing the screen, or removing it, putting a new one in. He's like, what's your password so I can see if your thing is okay? I'm like,
QWERTY OYOP as
it's like, wait, is it the first one or the second one? They're both one. Wait, what?
That's
It
great.
didn't work. Oh, crap.
Yeah. Passwords are confusing, especially my dad's. Just because it's weird. I had to get on to download Poser or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and the password was like all caps, the character 1, and then all caps, or all lowercase, the character 2. And I was like, doesn't make sense. I'm not telling you the email address. Don't get your hopes up.
Man.
I don't know. I don't understand how somebody would remember an acronym like that. It was weird.
I have almost the same password for nearly everything. That way it's not like hard for me to remember.
Yeah, I went through and changed a lot of my passwords since I've had most of my things like since like 2009 I've had most of my stuff. So I started changing my passwords all the same thing except for my Facebook password, which is why I get annoyed when I have to re-sign in on my phone. Just because that's the 21 character one. My normal one's about 13 characters. This one's like 21 and just like 8 characters, you're a fucking cunt.
I don't know what my password is on a specific website. So if I ever want to go on it, I just wait for an email to come up. And I just go in from there on my phone. Yeah. It's pretty efficient. If you don't remember your password, just do that. And then change your password once you're in the website. So
Kind of like Skype.
email tips from Lauren.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's it. You get no more.
So I used
I have no more.
my dad bought a computer like over 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been sitting up idle upstairs for like 3 or 4 years. Or no, actually it's been sitting idle for about 5 years. What? Doesn't matter. I took it apart today, and the RAM in that thing is like paper thin, and it's combined. They are 1 gigabyte of RAM. There's,
Sweet.
which is like, they're so cute almost. Like I don't know how else to say it. They're just
Weird.
like, aw. How did we use this?
Man, I am not a technical person in any form of the word.
To give you some idea of what I was saying there, this thing is 32 gigabytes of RAM,
Mhm.
and it's not even completely full.
Oh, I know how to build a computer, but that's the extent of my technological knowledge.
Mm-hmm. That's the extent
So-
of mine too, so don't fucking worry.
No, you could probably do more on a computer than I could.
That's because I have to
Um,
worry about animating, so.
I can yell and scream at a computer better than you can, though. I
Can you?
bet. It's happened before in school. Almost every time we have to go to the computer lab, especially the Mac lab. That's the worst.
You have a Mac lab?
We had a Mac lab.
We had. What happened?
I happened.
Lauren destroyed
Installing Tor on every fucking
Tor.
computer.
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
it. No.
Oh my god.
You don't watch our podcast, you cunt.
My pancake.
Yeah.
Okay.
My girlfriend hates when I say the C word. She's like, it's Squidward, you cunt. No.
What? Man, where was I going? Technology. Yay.
Technology and materialism.
But the fact that I'm a youngin' compared to like other people, I will be the person that the teacher or whoever it is asks, and they'll be like, "Hey, we come here. Do you know how to do solve this?" And I'm like, there was 20 other people, and
Any of them,
I'm the one you chose. And,
any of them would have been better than me.
But man, a couple days ago, I had to go through this training thing after I got my Eagle Scout stuff done,
Mm-hmm.
and it was playing on the Windows Media thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a safety video, and this pop-up comes up about the security or whatever, and makes the screen really small, so we can't watch the video because this pop-up's there. Everyone else watching the video is like, what? Oh my god! And
Did nobody know how to
the
take care of a
instructor
pop-up?
was out for a second, and I was in the front, and I was just like, I clicked on the pad, went up to the X, clicked it, went to the video, hit full screen, and everyone was like, "Oh, thank you."
Well, then again, that's Myrtle Point. That's pretty sad.
No, that was in Coos Bay.
Oh.
And it was a collective thing, like district-wise.
That's fucking sad.
And I was just like, "Yep, you're welcome."
You felt like you just disarmed a bomb.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Nothing feels better than knowing that you're the superior at something in a room. And especially if it's something you're really bad at.
Nothing makes me feel worse than that being the thing you were superior at is clicking X.
No, when you feel like, when it's something that you're bad at and you know you're the best person in the room, you're like, yeah, this
Which
is
that's
awesome.
pretty cool.
I have all of the very limited power. It's really great.
It's really weird to me to like meet people who are seniors at our school or juniors or whatever in
Meet
that
them
area.
at our school? Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Meet them at my
What?
school and they don't know like Control C and Control V. It's like those are the two most basic
No idea
keyboard
what that
commands for copy and paste,
Oh, I just click copy and paste.
which is boring.
The only hotkeys I've ever learned were for Civ 5.
And I mean those ones are pretty simple for like if you're gonna cite your references.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much easier to like highlight everything, Control V, and then switch over
There's a picture of
pages
Danny
immediately.
DeVito.
Yeah.
We saw this post that someone was giving a presentation in their class, and
Yeah.
you want a
Go on.
cupcake?
Yeah.
Signs.
But he didn't. He didn't have any sources to cite,
Uh-huh.
so at the tail end of his presentation on PowerPoint, it said,
Thank you, sir.
I already knew enough about the subject, and I didn't look up any sites for sources. So here's a picture of Danny DeVito, and it was just a picture of Danny DeVito with his sources page. It's like, yeah, that's the best presentation ending ever. It's so much more efficient.
Totally
It's
is.
so much more efficient. You don't get like cream all over your face and like a big mouthful of just
Just-
frosting.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how it's meant to be. Is a cupcake is a sandwich. You cut off that lower half of the bottom of the cupcake and you smash it on the frosting on the top.
I'll actually
I'm
take a
telling
picture
you,
of this
I am so
just so
happy
people can.
that this was shown to me. And I don't remember where,
What the fuck am I doing?
but
Turning
I'm
my
really
phone on?
happy that I learned this this technique because you're not. Oh, I thought he was eating it sideways. I was like, what? Completely ruined the whole thing.
The whole illusion of it, just like smear the cream on my face
Oh
to
man.
make it worry about it. These aren't bad. Happy birthday to your mum, by the way.
Yeah. But so this I've been hanging out with this chick Hima in my class.
Oh,
and,
Emma.
Okay. But she gave me a ride home a couple days ago, and we were talking about exercising, and I was like, yeah, I run when I get home on the treadmill and for like an hour a
Remind
day.
me about a guy that came in to class one day. After you're done, go on.
I was like, yeah, I run for about an hour, or I work out for about an hour when I get home after school, because I have the extra time now that I cut those other classes. And she's like, oh, that's cool. Where do you run? And I'm like, oh, just on the treadmill. And she's like, oh, cool. I run around Coquille. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And she was like, yeah, we should go running. And I'm like, yeah, definitely. And now, like, twice since we've had that conversation, she's contacted me and said, "Hey, I'm going for a run. You want to tag along?" And I'm like, "No, I'm busy." And even
When
though
are you actually busy?
even though I am actually semi-busy, well, I don't know how long the runs are that she wants to take her, but I'm always doing something when she asks, and I just like I'm scared to go running with her because I'm like she's gonna be way faster than me. She was in like cross country and all this shit, and I run on the treadmill at like 3.4 miles an hour or at like 4.3. I don't really remember, but it's like in that range.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking slow. But I heard her say I run pretty slow, and so I was like, maybe.
Not compared to me.
We'll see. She's really short though, so I got that going for me. She thinks she runs slow and she's short, and I know I run slow, but I am tall and I have these long legs. I might have a chance.
You might like be able to beat her running at her fastest if you just do your one stride every second.
I might keep up for a couple blocks. So
I need to go running a little bit more. I've been working on getting outside a lot more lately.
You can practice run with me outside, and then
all right,
I'll learn how fast I actually am.
We'll do that Tuesday.
Outdoor realm.
Okay. Tuesday.
Whenever.
Round sock. Okay, so this guy from Southwestern University came into, and like he was talking to the class about like all the classes that came along, and about halfway through his speech or whatnot, he was like, "So how many of you are planning to study abroad?" And like, would you guys like to study abroad? And I was like, or two.
Or two. What did they say?
He's like, what? And I was like, nothing.
Nothing.
And like, I was laughing
Carry
at myself.
Did anyone else catch it?
I don't think so. Honestly, like I felt stupid afterward for saying it because nobody else got it, and I was like, I'm not the stupid one here. Why would I feel bad?
That is the stupid, like...
That is the stupid.
Yeah, I was thinking about that joke. Like, it's pretty funny. They were talking about it at college, and I never actually did that.
Uh-huh.
But in my head, I was like, I'd like to study abroad.
Or
two. And like...
My girlfriend, like, hit me once when I said that, and she was like, fuck.
Deepa told me a joke that had to do with that. He was like, don't call broads chicks, it's disrespectful. And I was like, that's really funny.
So, do you want a glass of blood? Drink.
Blood?
Red drink.
Daniel thinks he's a vampire. It's a whole phase right now. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, no, I can.
No,
just go along with
like,
it.
Drink. Do you want some drink? I'm getting thirsty.
Okay, sure. I thought you were just gonna pick up like the bottle of ketchup, pour it into a cup, and hand it to me.
Have you ever had
Remember
this
that?
stuff before? Still have some of this.
Why?
Have you had it?
Don't drink it, Corey.
No, come
If
on.
it's not the worst thing I've ever had.
You've tried this?
I've tried it. Not
Man.
that tight, but I've tried it.
Pelican smelled this, and he was like, nope. Yeah, you could just smell it and know that it's trash.
Yeah, we actually cooked something using this.
Did it taste good?
The thing we cooked was, but not that.
This is
It was
disgusting.
like this donutty stuff, and that was kind of used as a syrup for it.
We're talking about the rose water that we had on the podcast like 1 or 2 weeks ago, and it's still here. Daniel says when he feels really bad about himself, he takes big drinks of it, but this was only a 10-ounce bottle. He's had it for like over a month and a half, I'm assuming.
No, it's been like
A month. It's
probably
a month.
2 weeks.
No. It's been like 4.
I was just thinking you're gonna hit me in the eye with that.
It's been like 4 weeks. And there's still a third of this bottle left. It was only 10 ounces to start with. Thank you. I don't like the texture of these goblets. I know they're metal and
Like how they look?
supposed to... No, like the softness of the metal.
It's because they're silver.
I know, but I have like a textural issue with things. That's why I can't eat candy corn. Not because I don't like the flavor, but because it all feels weird in my mouth.
Aww. I got the short glass.
Maybe if you hadn't poured some on the carpet, you know.
You did it to yourself.
When it's over. So, you were bitching about me.
We're talking about the shitty bros water.
Yeah. How I still have it?
Where'd you get that? You said people drink it there all the time?
People said the people who gave this to me said that they saw people in like the Taiwanese district of
Mexico?
Francisco?
San Francisco.
Okay.
Drinking this all the time, like they were just drinking it.
Close.
I don't think it was distilled rose water. It was probably just rose water, but
Does it matter?
distilled rose water is probably a lot more strong than the other stuff.
Man,
So
it just tastes like you're eating a flower. And like a dirty flower.
it's the only type of flour I like. Dirty
God.
flour. Yeah.
Man, I can't stand it, but I mean,
So
I did drink it more than once, so I guess I can stand
what
it.
podcast are we on
Choose
anyway?
not to.
7? 27?
I think 27.
Are we?
Yeah.
Damn.
Gina.
We should have like one more though.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know. I don't fucking know.
We should have like one more though. What does that
I
mean?
feel like I don't know. I thought we were at like 28. You know, by April 29th, we're supposed to have 52.
Yeah, we can totally do it.
Really?
Probably.
December. That's close, I guess.
I mean, if we're behind any, we're only behind like.
Are we
3
still
or 4.
missing like 3 out of the middle?
That's only because YouTube deleted them for no reason.
Cool.
And I don't have spare copies of them, except for I might on the old computer, but I can't get access to those files anyway. So
Seth is really mad about that because like the only podcast he was on got lost. So
like, there's no way he can be like, what's he gonna
we
be
did a
mad
whole
at?
thing. We went out of our way to like pack up our shit, take it all to Myrtle Point, and do it at his house. So yeah, and we still fucked it up.
I like how Jacob pretended that he did like this stuff. Like,
It makes no sense.
he had to be fucking lying, right?
Yeah, someone has to. And
Yeah.
It's not me. I'll never tell a lie.
Well, if you want, I'll take a swig of it right now on the podcast.
Do it.
Okay, if you take a
we
swig-
tried to last time.
Lauren, if
You
you take
tried
another
to.
swig too, then I'll drink the rest of it.
That was the biggest drink.
Holy fuck. Are you okay?
Yeah.
He's like, no regrets.
Go on.
YOLO.
Go big or go home, right?
YOLO. Everybody only lives once. Until I get Ebola.
Doesn't taste that bad.
It tastes fucking terrible.
Like I said, not the best thing I've drank.
Oh my god. And it stays in your nose for 4 years. 4 years.
Now Daniel dies, and I laugh.
4 years. We fought the virus.
You know, I could have finished that. Though. It wasn't that bad to me.
Do it.
I finished it.
No. Let him drink the little spit drops left.
Ugh.
Ugh.
You know, that wasn't as bad as I remember it being.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I can't even talk normal anymore.
It's
Man up, you pussy.
man up, you pussy. Your pussy's not man enough.
I don't think you're ready.
My body
With
was
this
not
jelly.
ready.
Can you drink out of these upside down? Yeah, you can. It's got a good dip.
You couldn't put much in it.
Goblets? No. It'd be like shots. It'd be like mini shots. Like a fourth of a shot. Those goblets are so soft. And it bothers me.
Like the texture of it, just
Don't even.
like this.
Just me seeing you feel it makes me understand that it's the way it feels.
I don't understand.
I have like this condition where like if
Wear gloves.
no, gloves are a part of the problem. Have you
Oh.
ever ran with gloves on?
No, but that sounds unpleasant anyway.
Have you ever ran with gloves on?
No.
I ran with gloves on. When I run with gloves on, it tickles
What? Were they like
Yeah.
loose gloves?
a little,
That's
but I can also have tight gloves and then it would just like tickle my wrists. It's really weird. But yeah, I have this textural problem. If you write with chalk, I'm allergic to chalk anyway, but
Oh, you are?
yeah, if you write with chalk, then it gives me goosebumps and I feel chills and I want to like hide in a ball because I hate the way it feels. That's the only way I can describe it. Is I hate the way it feels. So people don't understand it when I bring up
Yeah,
my
that-
textural issues. But the soft
So antacids must like.
soft metal
Fuck
just
you, right?
bothers the fuck out of me. And I'm gonna get goosebumps. Like,
Are you like scared of snakes too? You're just
no. I did.
'Cause I've seen
I did
people-
jump like 6 feet over a snake one time. I was walking to your house and I was on my phone, and right when I put my phone back, there was a snake in front of me, and it wasn't moving until I moved my phone, so I didn't notice it, and it went like really quick, and I was just like, woo! And I got like so high up in the air, I was floating for like 3 seconds. It was crazy. That shit's crazy.
Just hovering above the ground, going
It was
forward.
great.
yeah.
Woo!
Are you afraid of any animals?
Nah. Ebola.
I'm afraid of monkeys.
Are you?
Little demon bastards.
That's a reasonable fear.
That is a reasonable fear. A lot of people like.
And honey badgers.
You
After
tried
playing
that?
Far Cry 4.
Oh, are you afraid of eagles now?
No.
Because if you play Far Cry 4, you
No,
know
honey
about
badgers
the
are
eagles.
worse. There's this one honey badger that you have to hunt. It's a rare hunt.
Oh, God.
And you go, it's like in a temple, and there's just a bunch of dead shit. There's like a dead elephant, dead tiger, dead rhino, and you come, and there's this little albino honey badger, and they give you an LMG to kill this fucker. Like, and I had the strongest LMG in the game. This thing carried about 150 ammo per clip, and
So
it took 2 clips.
Would you say that Honey Badger didn't give a shit about your?
They actually
fucking
say that in
bullets?
the game. These things, they don't give a shit. Neither do I. Right before the guy died.
So who else has it? Or have you been playing with people?
I
or-
played with Zach
He
and
has it.
Spencer. Well, I gave it to Zach.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
I got stuff in return.
People need to buy games. I'll play with you when I get it. I should have it by next.
We could do
July.
outposts together.
I can't wait to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be getting Far Cry 4 and Assassin's Creed Unity.
And I'll show you how to not
immediately,
stealth them.
And I want to like play through Assassin's Creed like with
Also,
people.
if you ever get a vehicle, don't pick me up. Molotovs
You'll
go
be
everywhere.
like, you'll be like Daniel was to me in the Splinter Cell games. I'm like, okay, we're gonna sneak over
A
to
hindrance?
this corner,
A hindrance?
and then Daniel's like, like fuck you.
No, I'm the
No,
type
so-
of person who just like drives by in a truck throwing Molotovs out the window. Like, I'm gonna burn this bitch down.
I played about 6 games of co-op in Assassin's Creed Unity, and I was only like to level 2. And right after I was done playing it to level 3, but as level 2, I was like trying to sneak around, do all this other shit. But every 4-player co-op game that I would get into, everyone else would be like aggro towards the guard. They just run after them.
I remember the first mission you did
Yeah.
when I was there.
They're like, what? Just handle yourself. It's fine. When you get with people online, because they're like, we're not on mics, we can't organize.
No, they were on
just
mics.
go all out.
They're just
but-
like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go kill these
Also,
guys and just die.
The incentive behind that, it's kind of like the capture the flag syndrome, where if you see someone sitting down, sneaking around, you're gonna assume that person's protecting the flag. You go ahead and blow shit up.
But
So
it's
like
not capture the
to
flag.
you, they're like, if we get down, there's this motherfucker who's sneaking around just waiting for someone to heal. You know,
I've never.
you're the heal
Okay.
guy.
You're a good guinea pig.
But I was purple. Purple is not the symbol for healing.
What's the symbol for being a pussy?
Yes,
What's a purple heart then?
that's injury. That's just getting an injury.
Yeah.
Which I got shot a fucking lot.
But yeah, basically, I'm pretty sure that's what it comes down.
I gotta say though, playing aggro is a lot more fun. So I can't really
Yeah.
blame
Dude,
people for
every
doing
game
it.
playing aggro is fun.
How about capture the flag? Are you guys one of the like go get the flag, or are you one of the sit back and make an awesome fucking trap?
It
Or,
depends, really. A
That's true.
lot of games, like if I'm playing Halo Capture the Flag, I'll have a strategy for each map. Like it's different for each map, and different between what people I'm playing
Exactly.
with. I don't like playing Capture the Flag if I'm not playing with friends because everybody else is a stupid cunt.
Yeah. I can't play Halo online anymore, so I basically just means
Why
I
not?
don't play it anymore because no one will play with me. And
I'd love to play with
if
you.
I play like by myself,
If you had Xbox
Hey.
Ones, man.
You know,
We
just
could sit there in a lobby waiting for about an hour together.
together,
but we'd be
might as well just
together.
make a custom map at that point and just go. No, but yeah, I guess. Oh,
Are
dude,
customs up with
Yeah.
that?
for the
Okay.
stream? We should do it like.
Oh, I have a map
Sit
that
there
I
and
made
wait
in Halo
for it
4 for
What?
CTF. I have a CTF
Oh.
I
custom
think
map.
We should do one of those hour-long things that we did last time. Well, we didn't do it in the stream
Drunk
last
potato
time,
racing.
but we had the idea to do an hour-long
Just
stream of
Slayer.
one match of Slayer.
yeah, that
And
would
we
be
actually
awesome.
we actually did like 3 of them, and they were sweet. They
That
were
would be
awesome.
cool.
It seems like there'd be one person that just takes off ahead of everyone else, and
Which was
that's-
Pelican at
that's it
first.
for
It
like
was-
the whole hour. But it actually starts to even out the longer the game goes. So it became really close in like the last 15 minutes. I lost to King David by 3 kills.
Yeah, it was.
And I was really
fucking
mad,
intense.
but I was like, whatever. It was a good game and it was really fun. So I think we could do like 1 hour long Slayer match.
That would be fun. We'd either do I think
And-
just normal Slayer with ordnance and stuff would be awesome. Yeah.
When you
No
guys said
teams.
capture the flag, I thought of I went to a church camp and they made us play the whole wide camp capture the flag.
Awesome.
And for flags, we use former javelins that had one half chopped off and sawed down so it was flat. And so our team strategy was get the flag. And we had one of the most athletic kids who was in my cabin get the flag, and one of his brothers was on the other side. So he got the brilliant idea to throw it. And his brother caught it in midair. And we won just because of that one throw.
There's no flag throwing in our BSA flag. Capture the flag. We had our like troop would do campouts, and the best part was the capture the flag
Yeah,
sessions,
The best
especially
part
at
of
Mooney,
camping.
because it was like in the middle is the line. You cross the line, you're in enemy territory.
Mm-hmm.
On the sides, there's different sorts of terrain.
Mhm.
On one side, there's the woods, and then a ledge, and then a little flat space, and then the river. You don't cross the river because that's like the other side. And then the other boundary, there was a huge forested hill slope, and then a road, and you just don't cross the road. So we were between this river and the road,
Mhm.
and we had all this different like trees, hills, stuff between us, and then right in the middle there's this huge open plain. And at the end of each side of the plain was the prison, and then the flags were way back, like further in the forest on either side. So it was a really good setup for capture the flag. That was basically the thing I looked forward to at every camp out.
That was like
Because
the most fun.
we would go crazy with like strategies and like who's gonna sit back and watch and like stuff like that.
Especially like when we had some of the older guys, Frazier and a couple of
Oh,
other
man.
people who were still in
Yeah.
the troop. That like the more people,
That
it
was
was
the
more fun.
best.
Like the perfect team sizes were 4-on-4.
Or more, yeah. I remember when there used to be groups of people, there would be one person assigned to just stand in the middle and wait and kind of just look around and see like who's sneaking in the forest on that side, who's sneaking on the road up there. And basically there's just these 2 people, one from either team, standing on both sides of the line just staring each other down. It was like North Korea and South Korea.
Did they have callouts?
Yeah, you'd like turn around and be like, "Forest!" And then you'd see like, as soon as someone heard that, you'd see like a head perk up, and then like sprint, and then you'll see someone like coming after them. It was the best. Yeah, I ripped so many pants running through those forests.
Like I remember we would always come back with multiple cuts
Oh yeah.
every time,
It was
bruises and stuff. It was just
One of
fun.
the best ones we had was on a morning when we were about to leave, and we're like, yeah, we got time for one. And I was standing at the middle. Their guard had tried to sneak around the side, so I poked my head out from the side of the gazebo, which was in the middle, like the very center, and he's like over in our forest, and he like turns back and looks at me, and I was like, you think you're sly? Watch this. He was one of the fastest kids in our troop, but so I knew that if I ran for him, he'd have time to get back across to his side of the line. So I was like, I'm gonna pull something. And I took off sprinting on their side, and we had like 3 kids in our prison, so we were basically screwed if I didn't tag someone. And he's like, oh, turns around, and he's like catching up to me, and for every 4 steps I take, he gains 1 on me, and we get like to the cabin where the people in the prison are, and they're sticking their hands out as far as they can so that they can get tagged. And I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. He's right behind me. He's right behind me. If I keep going at the pace I'm going, he's going to tag me right before I slap their hand. So what I did was I threw my feet down in front of me and I slid. And I like slid under his hand before he could tag me, and I slid right into the person who was like reaching their hand out, and I slapped their hand and he slammed into the side of the cabin. And I was like, yeah! And I went home with like half of my body was mud, but we won that game.
There was a really dumb thing I did at that camp. Like, I was starting to get sick one of the times towards the end of the thing, so like, I had to go use the Kaibo. And for some reason, like, it was really wet that time, and like the toilet paper would not come off the roll. So
That sucks.
I started getting like really annoyed, and I just fucking ripped the whole thing off. Just use the roll.
You just take wet clumps of
It
paper
wasn't
off the
like
roll.
wet. It was damp enough to where I couldn't get hold of it. And I just
God.
like ripped off a slice of it.
But we've talked about like having
fucking
a
dumb.
citywide capture the flag thing.
I did that in Aberdeen. I went to Aberdeen, Washington for a family member that had died, I think. Well, they're dead now, and sorry, that was terrible.
Okay.
But anyway, I went up to see family members, but my cousin Sam and a couple of her friends, they're like, yeah, we're doing this thing called Fugitive, and we're going to have a huge capture the flag match between the hospital and the high school, I guess it was. And we got this group of like 30 people, and we all got together, and we played capture the flag first, which was in between a parking lot, which was probably about 3 or 4 football fields in length, was the area for capture the flag. And I don't remember if I won or not, but we started from there and then did Fugitive to the hospital. It was one of the coolest things. It was like 3 or 4 miles to the hospital.
Awesome.
And that was when I almost got shot. We were like hiding around from one of the cars. The car drove by and we were hiding in the bushes. And so we were like walking slowly to hide from these things. And this guy turns on his light, his porch light, comes out with a shotgun. He's like, "Get off my property!" And he like, yeah, I don't know what to. He pumps his shotgun.
That's why.
And he
cops have
points it at
shotguns.
us. He points it at us,
Really?
and we're like, "What the fuck?" And we ran away. I don't know what the fuck that was.
That's
what was up
crazy.
with him? But he.
Do you know that's
serious?
why cops have shotguns?
What do you mean?
For the.
Oh really?
They don't carry them because they're efficient. They carry them because they're
sound
a fear
is-
factor. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of cops not being efficient, GTA was fun last night.
Cops are stupid.
In GTA, yeah. One of the cops was like halfway across one of those canals, and he tried shooting me with a shotgun. It doesn't go that far at all. And I was like, I might as well try to use a knife right now.
And I still think it'd be really cool if we could like convince like, I don't know, 16 or 32 people and have like 2 teams do like a citywide capture the flag thing,
Which would be
during
awesome.
like an evening.
Mhm.
So during sunset through dark, and we'll like draw a line on a city map.
We should do that for my birthday.
Yeah, that'll be easy to plan for in fucking
That's
10 days.
10 days. We have 10 days. You get
10
people, I get
days to
people.
get 32 people to play.
Not 32 people, 16.
10
I don't
days
like
to get
32
16
people. 16 would be easier. Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, I guess.
That'd be fucking cool. Alright. But
Would you?
we're out of time.
Don't you think it'd be
I would
awesome
love
to just
to.
have like
It'd be fucking cool, right?
Yeah, it would be.
have a bunch of people wear like blue and a bunch of people wear red or something,
Yeah.
and yeah, have like a prison. Oh, anyway, you fucking get it.
Yep.
Later, guys.
We're 10 minutes over, but
No, it's not like over. We're
well,
always like
over normal, but we had a good conversation.
Just
So
till we say we're done.
we always go an hour to an hour and 30 minutes.
we normally stop it at an hour. But
We
yeah,
normally stop at an hour because we run out of shit to talk about.
but thank you guys for listening to us ramble on about all the bodily
Ramble-ams.
functions.